Like, imagine you were caught stealing.
It's all over, lawbreaker. Your spree is at an end.
Hello witches and wizards, and welcome to today's video. So it seems players are getting a bit bored of Hogwarts Legacy. Even though there are different quests and achievements or trophies for each of the different houses, the replayability isn't great. So the game's still got many loyal players, but for some of us it's got a little bit stagnant, and this is before the game has even released on the last gen consoles. Also, many people that bought the game haven't even completed the main campaign. If we take a look at Den of Geek here, and the statistics reported on Den of Geek's website, you'll see that several outlets have reported that only 25% of Hogwarts Legacy players have earned the Hero of Hogwarts achievement. So that's the achievement for people who have finished the main campaign. The percent has jumped up a little bit since then, but it isn't much of a difference. And it says here, either way, given the attention Hogwarts Legacy has received, one might assume that more gamers would have completed the title. But that was quite a shock to me. I didn't realise that many people hadn't even completed the main campaign. So I myself haven't played the game in a while, apart from doing the Bell Tower Field Guide tests that I did for the last video. And when I first played the game, and let me know if it's the same for you, I thought it was one of the best games I had ever played. And I think that was due to having an obsession for the wizarding world, loving the Harry Potter books, movies, and the old Harry Potter games. And because of that, having a new experience where we get to fully explore Hogwarts Castle, all the surrounding magical areas, and the amazing combat system, which by the way, they nailed in my opinion. It's some of the best magical combat in any game. So if you mix that in with the Room of Requirement, the taming, the breeding of magical beasts, and well, you've got the perfect game. But is it a perfect RPG? Let's look at some things that could improve the game and its replayability. So first off, let's get out of the way the elephant in the room, the bugs. We've covered the bugs loads on this channel, so there are loads, and they don't seem to be getting sorted anytime soon, apart from the dirty robes, which they did address in one of the live streams recently. But on many of their Twitter posts, none have seen which to address these bugs. You've got loads of people ignoring what the post is about and instead asking for bug fixes. For instance, they recently tweeted about the Confringo spell and how good it is, and here are some of the comments on that post. So there's some people that are really enjoying it, saying how good Confringo is, my favourite spell, and then there's someone asking for an update on a glitch. Heat up our trophy list with fixes to the collections trophy. So no more patches, every patch made the game worse, fuzzy graphics, multiple crashes. Despite that, I got the Platinum trophy, so I'm wondering if some PS5 players are making mistakes. So this guy's actually managed to complete it without the bugs and 100% it, but every time they patch it, they're breaking something, which does happen often when devs go and try and fix the game. They do sometimes break something else. We heard them talking about this on a live stream a few weeks ago, saying that they've got to be careful what they update and how they update it because it can affect other things in the game. So this is probably why they haven't actually fixed the bugs yet so far, I would imagine. But yeah, this guy's got odds platinum, so he's okay with it. He doesn't mind if they don't update it anymore. There's a lot of us that did encounter bugs though and would quite like some fixes, but we'll just see what happens with that. Here we are, another one. Heat up your team to fix the plethora of bugs still wreaking havoc on the game for a large amount of players. On PCs, since the March 8th update, I haven't been able to play it since then. Crashed to desktop and PS1 graphics. Oh, okay, so I didn't know that was happening. And the people talking about the spells, but then here we go. This is where it gets a bit rough. So they're really trying to push the game for old consoles, even Nintendo Switch. Yikes, already the delays, yet they're still trying. I don't think we're going to get any content in the future at this rate. It's just my opinion. Great game though, but I don't see it expanding. I get you guys are working on the PS4 and Xbox One, but you guys, please fix the bugs for people that already have bought it. I guess it doesn't matter because you already got our money. But this is what I was thinking. Are they going to fix the bugs before it comes out? Because they've got a few weeks. That is all they've got. Yeah? Just a few weeks before it comes out on last gen. And the bugs are still not fixed. So are they going to be fixed by then? I don't know. I don't know. And people are worried it's not going to come out on time. And then there's just more. Look, when can I play the game again after you've fixed the saving bug? None of your fixes work and you're doing absolutely nothing. It's getting ridiculous. 2.5 months and I can't play the game that I spent 80 quid, $80, I invested 120 hours in. Patch it. And then would do if I could play the game properly. I can configure my way around Hogwarts all day long, then I'll try and save it, and guess what? Oh yeah, it doesn't save. Not being able to save a thing since February, fix your bug. We need you to fix the bugs that are already in the game. I've already suggested to several people to wait on purchasing it until you fix it because it's not worth playing with everything wrong right now. How about news on the next patch? So there's just a lot of this, and every single time that they put out a tweet, this is what you get. So there's a few people that are actually excited about what they put in the tweet, but many people are just a little bit annoyed that they are not fixing anything. And like that guy said earlier, they probably are trying to get it ready for PlayStation 4, Xbox One and Switch so that they can release it on time without any delays. But at the same time, it is quite frustrating for the rest of us. So I'd say probably, I mean, for me, I've not played it because I'm waiting until they fix it. I have completed my first playthrough. I didn't attend the end of year ceremony out of protest, really. I just thought, well, what's the point? I haven't completed everything, so I didn't. And so I'm not likely to play it again until they do fix these bugs, and then I will return to it and probably try to get all of the achievements. Until then, I don't know. I'll play Jedi Survivor when that comes out next week. So those are the things that we don't want in the game. We don't want the bugs. But what do we want? So something a lot of people are wanting in this game, myself included, is a New Game Plus. I've seen a lot of people on the Facebook pages wanting this. So if you're not sure what New Game Plus is, it's essentially where after you finish the game, you get to start the game over, but with your same leveled character and all of your gear. Aside from like the important main quest items, you'll have to collect those as you go along during this new game cycle. So with New Game Plus, the difficulty level of the game increases slightly with each New Game Plus cycle. Obviously, if they did put this in, we would require a higher level cap, and that is something else that many people seem to want and have been asking for. Along with this, what I personally would like to see is being able to unlock all of the talents. I was really disappointed when I got to a point where I realised, oh what, I can't unlock any more of these talents. I was absolutely gutted. I would have liked to have been able to unlock every one of them, but if they did implement a New Game Plus, then perhaps we could level past the cap and unlock all of these talents, because if the game is going to be increasing in difficulty, obviously we're going to want to be able to level up further and have extra talents to take on the greater challenges. So I reckon including these things would vastly increase the replayability of the game, but let me know if it's something that you guys would enjoy and would like to see in the game. Right, next let's look at RPG elements and repetition. So if we look at this tweet about the Great Hall that they put up, and then we go to the comments again, issue people have is that you can't interact with stuff. So there is literally no reason to visit the Great Hall in this game outside of 1 or 2 quests. It's a shame because it truly is beautiful. There is just no real NPC interaction in this game at this point. Same goes for the gorgeous common rooms. And that's true, I didn't spend hardly any time in my common room, to be honest. I was like, well, what's the point? Love the Great Hall. I wish there was more events that happened. Events, something like if you sit at a table, you discuss quests that you're on with your friends. And so, like, after I played Hogwarts Legacy, I went back and played The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, and oh my god, it was only then that I realised how much Hogwarts Legacy is lacking when it comes to being an RPG. Because the amount of options available to you in a game like Elder Scrolls, there's so many different ways to complete quests, there's so many people to talk to, so many characters, you can interact with pretty much everything. Anything that's knocking about in people's houses, you can pick up, you can take. It just makes it feel like a more immersive RPG. That is my opinion anyway. I don't know, let me know what you guys think, but it is since going and playing Oblivion after playing Hogwarts Legacy that I realised how much it's lacking and how much more this game could have been if they'd made it an actual RPG. And talking about the Elder Scrolls, things like getting caught stealing and having to go to jail or pay a fine or fight guards, that would have been an incredible addition to this game. So like, you know, when you just go into someone's house and you're walking around just taking their stuff out of their chests, you can just walk into their homes and you're not trespassing, you don't get into any trouble at all, there's no consequences for your actions in this regard, and I think that is a missed opportunity for them because that could have been amazing. Like, imagine you were caught stealing.
It's all over, lawbreaker. Your spree is at an end.
You didn't want to pay your fine and you were really rude to the guards and you end up going to Azkaban or something. Also, say now you'd helped one of the NPCs out, so you'd done a quest that had helped them in some way. Then maybe they'd like let you take stuff from their house without consequence, or let you sort of pick their locks and come into their house and not get in trouble.
My house is yours, friend. Please, come back to visit us anytime.
I would have loved that. I would have absolutely loved that. Let me know if you guys feel the same way. And here we go, another one. This better be a tease for an update that includes some slice of life features like being able to sit down, mingle, eat, sleep. Might seem boring to some, but places like the library, the Great Hall, the common room just feel like set dressing with a lack of interaction. I couldn't agree more. This guy is absolutely bang on. That's just what I've been saying. You'd actually sit down and enjoy a meal with the rest of the students. Love the game, but this tweet is a gross misrepresentation of what you can actually do in the game. This isn't Red Dead Redemption 2 when you can grab a bowl of stew with your friends and talk to them. This is 0 out of Quest social interaction with your fellow classmates. And there's so many more comments sort of saying the same thing. Whether they can include something like that now, I don't know. But if they could, that'll be amazing. And like I said, different ways of completing quests. I know you get a bit of choice, but a lot of it is kind of an illusion of choice, aside from sort of the Sebastian quests. Like I was playing Oblivion and I had to steal something and I had to go into a prison to steal it, right? And there was so many different ways I could have done it. I could have sort of sneaked past, I could have put the guard to sleep. I eventually ended up getting a job in the castle where I brought food to the prisoners so that I could get access to them. And I just thought, this is amazing. Like after playing Hogwarts Legacy and coming back to Elder Scrolls, I realized just how good Bethesda are at RPGs, and I think these guys could have taken a leaf out of that book, to be honest. So, and another big one is repetitive side quests. People are getting sick of, like, the Merlin trials being just so repetitive and feeling kind of grindy, to be honest with you. And I'm not in a good way. Like, sometimes I like grinding. Say now in Dark Souls, I like grinding for souls and stuff. But side quests should not be this grindy. I mean, it goes back to being as grindy as the original Assassin's Creed, where the missions you had to do before doing a main mission, you had a choice of like 3 different ones. At least you had a choice of 3 different ones, but they were so grindy. And this feels kind of similar, to be honest. I know you don't have to do them to progress the main story, but yeah, I feel like they could have done something a bit different here. And 100% more time in classes, this guy says, and I totally agree with that too. Socializing, common room. So this guy says that it's just all a little bit too repetitive. It's beautiful, nostalgic, but they criminally underutilize them. And he is absolutely right. But we'll see, you never know. In the future, maybe they'll include some stuff like this. We just have to keep our fingers crossed. But that definitely would increase the replayability factor for me. Another thing that we're seeing a lot of people asking for is multiplayer. This would be awesome. I mean, a full-on MMO multiplayer would be insanely amazing, but I think that would be a really difficult thing to include. But to have a multiplayer would be so exciting. Imagine knocking about and seeing other players just going about their business, being able to interact with them and aid each other with quests and stuff. But to be honest, I'd be happy with like a drop-in, drop-out co-op, you know, similar to what they have in like the Souls games, with maybe a PvP system that you could opt out if you wanted to. I know a lot of people aren't really fans of PvP, but there are people that would like to see that included, so maybe an opt-out for that sort of thing. But yeah, co-op, drop-in, drop-out, be amazing. That would be something I would really like to see. That would be something that I think would bring a lot of life to the game and keep it fresh and exciting. Right, we've got a big one coming up now, so Quidditch and Gobstones. This is a major thing that many would like included in this game. So first off, let's take a look at the Quidditch. I know we get to fly and we do like flying challenges, but it's not the same as playing matches, you know, like in the previous Harry Potter games. Right, let me know if you agree with me, yeah? But it feels, from the way the characters talk about it in game and the notes that we find like lying around in teachers' rooms and stuff, like maybe they have Quidditch planned as a DLC at some point? Oh god, imagine. People are speculating as well that it might be a co-op or PvP type experience, you know, when you get to do matches against other people. So you'll have like real people playing on your team and you'll be against another team of actual real people. That would be just, oh, imagine. I don't know if maybe we're just wishful thinking, but Merlin's beard, this would be incredible. So on the subject of things that were in the older Harry Potter games, Gobstones! I would love to see Gobstones included in this game, as well as maybe wizard chess. Again, these additions would be made even better if they included multiplayer, but I'd be really happy just to have them included in single player, like having to challenge each house champion. It would be nice for them not to be given as like a quest, so maybe you overhear someone talking about them as you're wandering around the school, or you just come across people playing and you're able to interact with them and join a game, and then you find out more about the clubs and challenges that way. I just feel like it would make it feel more organic, like it would add more immersion and be less obvious and hand-holdy, do you know what I mean? It would be great, like, for a more inquisitive player to just stumble upon them, and some people might not even know about them until their second or third playthrough. They just hear about it online or something, and they're like enticed back into the game at the thought that there might be some more secrets and activities to unveil. And I just think these kind of things would be a great inclusion, and it would add more interest as well. It'd be really cool if you went into like the Three Broomsticks or the Hog's Head and you had an opportunity to play chess there with someone. But you're like gambling, so it's a bit sort of dark, you know what I mean? Maybe you could earn some gold from doing some of these shady chess games in the pub. I don't know, it's just something that I think would be really awesome. Next thing, photo mode. Don't think I haven't forgotten about photo mode. So many people are crying out for this. The scenery in this game is incredible. It's beautiful. So you just wonder why they didn't include it in the first place. Like being able to take amazing shots of the castle, the shops in Hogsmeade, your nice new outfit that you purchased from Gladrag's wizard wear, or like the amazing creatures that you've tamed and bred, how you've decorated your room of requirements. The photo ops in this game are endless, and hopefully they will at some point add this, because it is a sin that they haven't already. I'd also like emotes for photo mode, please. So I'm aware that for a lot of people this is the first game that they have like ever played, or some people that are playing this game are very new to RPGs, and so maybe the inclusion of some of the things I've talked about in this video, they might feel a little bit overwhelming for a new player, but for a lot of us the game is starting to feel a bit lackluster at this point, and I think it would benefit greatly from having some of these elements added. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Did I miss anything that you would like to see included maybe? I'm really looking forward to hearing your ideas. I bet there's some people with some amazing thoughts on what should be put in this game. I just wonder if the devs will actually include any of this. It would be amazing, but I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. So if you enjoyed the video, maybe hit the like button and subscribe if you're not already, perhaps. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day and take care.
Get the bell on.